And just like a grenade, we're live. Grenades might be what some of these guys are going to need. Hunters, imbued, caught with the vision, responding to the voice, answering the call. You know the call, the thing that every one of you cowards sitting at home watching didn't do. Bystanders, chicken shits, afraid to answer the call of the messengers, to go out and do what needs to be done and kill every last goddamn zombie you see imaginable. But hey, that's not your problem anymore. Why don't you watch how real men do it? And now we go on with Kurt, Ken, Shivers, a proper gentleman, still killing the zombies, and Conrad and Jerry. Let's see what today's adventure has. Maybe it's their last. So this is episode 3, Blood in the Water. So, Jerry, you are in Asbury Park. You're doing some work, some plumbing work, industrial, of course, with your cousin, Danny Anderson. Since you didn't give me a name for any of your family members for your family business, I gave you one. Your cousin Danny Anderson is working with you. You guys are fixing some underground pipes on Ocean Avenue. Heat from the pavement and the smell of seawater make the work kind of grueling, but it is what it is. You stop for a moment to wipe the sweat off your brow and your phone buzzes. Ring, ring.
Answer it.
It's Russell Fairview. He's a pretty good guy. Talks a lot, but it is what it is. Old acquaintance, journeyman plumber. It's been struggling to find some reliable help as of late. Hey, Jerry, I got a lead for you, man. Big job over at Monroe Towers. This is in Asbury. One of the boilers is out, and it's a mess. I was working on it. My damn apprentice quit on me. You want in? I could talk to the building manager.
Yeah, could be interesting.
All right, it's good work, man. It's indoors, too. You sound like you're out by the sea. Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude. Make sure you're wearing that rebreather. It's not safe out there right now. But
Why's that?
anyway, yeah, good stuff here, you know? And I'll put in a good word for you. I'll try and get you guys up to the top of the list, you know? All right.
Hey,
All right. I'll talk to you later, man. Bye.
peace.
So your so your cousin, he's like, was that Russ?
It was
Fucking guy. Let me guess. Boiler and Monroe Towers?
something along those lines.
Yeah,
Either way,
this guy's been trying to offer that job to everybody.
it
No
ain't the
no loyalty with that guy. Bet
it
she's
ain't the
just looking for someone to do all the grunt work for him.
probably it ain't the construction that we're used to doing.
Yeah. Tell you what though, if we could sneak that boiler out of the company, maybe go there directly, that'd be pretty good. I mean, a boiler, it's just lifting the heavy stuff, then a couple attachments and we're done, you know?
What That's what apprentices are for.
This is true. This is true. So
Like,
you're off doing your thing. You got some more work to do. But so in the chats, heard that there's been some chatter in the chats. I'm very glad that my Discord is actually being used for what I wanted it to be used for. It's very in character. How did that all of a sudden happen? Kurt and Ken, especially. How'd that happen?
Well, uh, I got chatting with someone on HunterNet, and I just felt the news was too interesting not to share with the fellas. So we started a little chat.
Oh, talk to me, Goose. Fill me in.
Oh, yeah. So I've been contacted on the forum by someone going by Witness 641, um, who's been warning me about some of the troubles that have been happening on the board and in the community. uh, kind of that there isn't much of a community anymore. Nobody seems to trust anybody, and a lot of people appear to be dead.
Okay.
So I've been getting some warnings about things in the community and how to approach them.
So these are private messages on hunter.net that somebody's been contacting you on?
Yeah, directly.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Ken?
Yes, by that same merit, Ken has been spending a lot of time both posting things that he's been doing on hunter.net, the different hunts we've been on, and as such, someone contacted Ken as well, with a handle of Veritas Obscura. Um, they took an interest in some of the activities we've been doing, and wanted to know where we were from, what we were up to, kind of our goals, that sort of thing. And with that, I got to talking to them, and they said that once again, the boards were pretty much dead. They mentioned someone by the name of Apex, which I guess was someone the um, community used to kind of follow or listen to, almost a guidance of sort. And they
Apex?
Apex, APEX.
Apex. Okay.
Yes. Kurt might actually know a little something more about them. And they mentioned that Apex was kind of the person to listen to up until Abyss, but they didn't really say what Abyss was. That being said, they also offered us a cache that they had hidden, which seemed to have potentially some valuable information and equipment. But talking to the rest of our group, there were some misgivings about whether or not we should pursue it. The cache that they mentioned, though, was up in, let's see, it was up in Homdale at Bell Labs. That
Homedale.
when they were exactly when they were trying to figure out where we were at, I didn't want to tell them Asbury Park. So I mentioned that we were up near Red Bank, and that's the
Okay.
cache that they told us about.
Okay. Red Bank's like 10, yeah, about 10 minutes north. Okay, not bad. 15 minutes, I guess. Chris, am I right? About 15 minutes? Yeah, max. Like with traffic. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
And then, Kurt, I believe when we got to talking about it, your person you were in communication with sent you a document of some sort.
Yes, there was some a saved thread that had apparently been redacted from the main site. Um, I'm not a computer whiz, so I can't really verify the files, but I did share them with you guys in our email chat. It's a part of the thread discussing this abyss. It appears that Apex was either the organizer or one of the organizers of a raid on Abyss. I'm not 100% clear on what Abyss was. Obviously, it's some sort of location. There was discussions of battle plans and second waves. I don't know if you had an opportunity to peruse the documents, Ken. But yeah, and according to witness, Apex just went totally silent after this. Nobody's heard from him or her.
And it seemed like there was some discrepancies between the username from the beginning to the end of the thread. Almost like maybe a different user was trying to act as a proxy and confuse people. It was hard to say.
It does look like that, but I mean, considering this guy's been doing nothing but tell me to be very careful about who I trust, I am at least a little skeptical about the provenance of these documents. Do any of you guys have any skilled computers?
I certainly do.
I
Well,
have
then
a
maybe you.
dot. I have a dot in computers.
Well, I was just wondering if maybe one of you could take a look and see
I'm
if you can verify the origin of the documents.
I'm good at laying pipe.
I could certainly try. I'm no expert hacker, but it seems like my computer skills have got better since the last time we talked. Or
How
maybe
many
that
dots
was
you
a
got?
different skill. I have just the 2 dots,
Okay. Okay.
but I'm always practicing.
So what do you want to do?
Well,
You want to make a roll of some sort? You want to do something?
Sure. It sounds like Kurt wanted to try to maybe verify the authenticity of these documents. Is there anything I could maybe do using computer skills to kind of, I don't know, see if they were photoshopped or something?
Oh, okay. You want to look for you want to verify if it's a facsimile or not.
Yeah, like discrepancies in data.
It sounds more like it would be streetwise.
That might be a better suited task for somebody else then.
not me.
Yeah, Shivers carries a pair of white gloves in his pocket. He doesn't get down and dirty with the
I'm
streets.
not one for the streets.
Former cop here.
All right.
Streetwise,
How much streetwise you got?
2 dots and streetwise. What do you need along with that?
Nice. Try and roll some 6s, and let's do, I don't know, wits or perception. Wits or perception, your choice.
All right, we'll do a perception. I got 3 successes.
Damn. So what exact? Oh, so you wanted to see if this was a forged copy. It does not look forged at all. It looks like it is in fact a screenshot. It looks like it was taken off of somebody's desktop. If you were to actually find the desktop, you'd have a really good chance of knowing that this was in fact the desktop that this screenshot was taken off of.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well that's good. That's a start. It's
The Hun.
verified the authenticity of this.
And
So yes,
that's maybe
that's
the other thing, Kurt. I think we were both given the impression that there might be some false information on hunter.net as well.
yeah, very much so.
That would explain how quiet it is on hunter.net. It used to be a hotbed. Like, people used to go crazy on it, just talking, giving advice, sometimes yelling at each other, but mostly just, everybody always acted individually for the most part. It's very rare you'd get a party together to go do things. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe the best people you can confide in are right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would make sense.
Does anybody else have anybody contacting them?
No, I didn't have anyone contact me. I mean, I haven't had much of a chance to have a look at Hunter.net, unfortunately, gentlemen. I should probably invest in a laptop of my own while I'm here. But with the site being as quiet as it is, it might be prudent to limit our own presence on there, rather than all of us leaping on there to try and find things out. Maybe it should be only 1 or 2 of us.
I've always felt that way. Older school guy, boots on the ground, eyes, ears. Old school.
I think that makes sense. We each have our own special skill sets, and some of us are more for the streets, some of us are more for online endeavors.
And some of us are more for the sheets.
I'm sorry, you have some sheets that need washing, do you, sir?
No, I was eating some treats.
Oh my God.
Very well, sir.
Gonna suck off a pair of Afrits.
Hey.
So, That's right. I brought D&D into the rhyme.
I got the sheets that sheet.
This will get us canceled.
Mr. Shivers, you get
Yes,
a
sir.
telegram to your
Oh, fantastic.
what would be called a flat, right?
As far as I know, I'm still staying in a hotel at the moment.
A hotel would just be called a hotel then. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. A flat would just be an apartment, right?
Yeah.
That's what you Brits call it as you
Mhm.
pack the boot of your car. All right. We cut this puppy open. To Mr. Shivers, we are aware of your inquiries into our people and our past. Words travel fast among those who still listen to the earth and the silence between names. You are not the first to come asking about the majestic or the agreements made long ago before the city was named. Most turn away when they realize what was buried on purpose. But you are still digging. We know the name of the man you seek, Professor Marcus Newman Smith. He visited, uninvited, and left with more than he understood. He believed knowledge alone could protect him. It could not. The Lenape do not forget. The pact that was made, the one that protects your kind and ours, is not just legend. Two still live, who carry the weight of it in blood and bone. They are unknowing sentinels. If they fall, so too will the peace they anchor. Your presence here stirs old shadows. If you are to continue, know this. Do not walk alone. Something has been waiting beneath the layers of this city, patient and angry. If you want answers, you must come to speak with us directly. No more letters, no more museum curators, no more whispers. Bring no one, not even your truth. Turtle carries stone for the Sand Hills people, caretakers of the last ritual.
Wow. Could you send that to me in Discord, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, I just made it up. You can check the recording. Yes, I can send that to you.
Thank you. Fantastic. This is incredibly interesting. Hold on.
There you are, private message.
Cheers. Got it.
Oh, don't give it to me. I just got tested. Ugh. And penicillin for days.
Okay, I think okay, so the next time we are all together, I will share this information with the group.
Okay.
Obviously, by the sounds of it, if I'm going to go, I will go alone, but it would be prudent to make sure that somebody knows where I'm going when I'm going.
No, always helps. Just ask any of the ladies. Always go in packs. Always go in twos at least. So, Jerry, you're on your way home. It's been a long day. And there's some flashing lights on the you're driving slow. You already dropped off your actually your cousin took his own car home. You had the work van. You're going back home and you're driving down along the boardwalk, about a block from Convention Hall. You see all the whirly lights and whatnot. You also notice a bud of yours, Detective Marcus O'Halloran.
Any relation to a Brian O'Halloran?
Is that the name I gave you?
You said something O'Halloran.
Marcus O'Halloran.
That's the guy from Clerks.
I was going to say, I got that Clerks reference. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I did not do that on purpose. So anyway, This guy, this is the guy who, when you beat the guy to death, he's the guy who vouched for you the most. The detective you never really met before, but he was completely on your side.
Oh, I
So
got
you
you.
see him out there, and he's talking to somebody. He was a friend of yours. Just stop by and say hi.
Yeah, might as well.
Former professional courtesy.
Yeah.
You park the car. Start. We're in Asbury, not Boston. You park the car, and you go up. And he looks over. He's like, "What the hell is this apparition coming out of the frickin' shadows of Asbury? What's going on, you old dog?"
Hey, I thought I smelled bacon, motherfucker.
Oh, we're doing bacon jokes already, huh? I think you got the smell out of you. Is that what you're thinking?
Only to put it right back in me.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now where you can put it. He gives you a big ham-fisted handshake and goes into a quick hug. Some of the other clothed officers are looking on, like, what the hell is this? They figure you're plain clothes, the uniformed officers.
Yeah. What's
So,
going on here? You look like you're having fun here.
oh yeah, lots of fun. Asbury at night. He looks over. You see a covering body right past the police tape. He pulls it up for you. Pretty cool. You didn't expect him to, but he does. You climb under it and come on in. He's like, "Vic, apparently found just before dawn. No cause of unknown cause of death. Body is bone dry. Zero blood at the scene. Like something out of frickin' Dexter episode 1.
Hmm.
There's a witness claimed to have seen a shadow moving unnaturally fast, but this fucker was drunk."
Bone dry, you say. What if, do I have this guy's number?
You don't. Now's a good time to get it.
You know what? I might be able to help you with this one. Why don't you, give me your number, but
I heard
give me
you
your,
were laying pipe, not being a dick.
yeah, but if I could help the guy that helped me, I
I
might,
appreciate that. You always wear a
give
good
me,
egg.
give me your business card, but put your private number on the back. That way,
Pull
if,
out your phone. Give me your number. He pulls out his
uh,
phone.
I give him my number.
Yeah. You guys go back and forth. He sends you the text. You got his number. Save the
All right.
contact.
I said, if I get a hold of you, I'm gonna get a hold of you on your private number. If I do, if you're not alone, don't answer it. Call me back when you are,
Okay.
and trust me on this.
Okay.
And
Kind of
then I'll
looks
take.
at you a little queer, but
Well, it's Tuesday, and um, I figure shop talk. And then I want to actually. I think this phone could take pictures. Can I take a couple pictures? And
yeah.
it won't make it out. This stay
Oh,
private.
he's like, "I'm trusting you a lot right now. Don't fuck me over."
No. This stays private.
All right.
And they're low resolution anyway, because you said what year are we in?
2012.
Yeah, so they're still low resolution anyway. This
Yeah.
is just
By today's standards. It
personal
was
reference.
4K back then, man.
Well, no, because it's probably like a razor or something,
Mm-hmm.
2012. So yeah, so I just take a couple pictures, the body, and just a couple of the scene, just to try and get just for mental notes that I don't want to forget.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me Let me bounce this stuff around and see what I can figure out for you.
Okay.
I'll get back with you.
Yeah. We get it. What are you gonna do now? You're fucking boring me.
Not worried about that. Um, we'll grab a beer later, and then I go ahead and
Okay.
get my head out.
All right. So what do you do?
Oh, you want me to keep going, huh?
Yeah.
I want to call. Ken.
That's a good idea. The fattest guy who will take the longest to get there. Then you call the other guys, and they'll be there by the time Ken gets his fat ass there. Nice.
No, Ken's the guy who's probably spent the most time on that weird interweb site.
That's a good point. All right. So you make a call. Go ahead. You two talk.
Hey, Ken,
Yeah, who is this?
it's Jerry.
Jerry. Oh, yeah, uh yeah. What's up, Jerry?
Hey, this one almost seems a little obvious, but it's some weird happenings. While you've been on there, have you heard of people being drained of blood?
Well, to me that sounds like a vampire. And
Uh,
I don't know if you saw, but Kurt had this document, and in it mentioned something about a vamp nest. And I can only assume there must be vampires out there.
So what you're telling me is amongst all the goofy shit we're seeing, vampires is also one of them.
I mean, of course vampires are real.
What's next? Mummies and werewolves? Come on.
Well, we haven't seen any of those yet, but I mean, don't you think these rumors must have came from somewhere? I mean, this folklore and superstition, I mean, you hide the truth in plain sight.
Well, if there's one thing I've learned being a cop is no matter how crazy it may sound, everything is based in some fact somewhere.
Exactly.
All right.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you're interested, but I found out about weapons cache, and I think maybe we should check it out. We still need to talk to the other guys about it, but
What
could be
kind of
worthwhile.
weapons?
Well, I was told that there's weapons of a supernatural sort. Things like um special glasses, a map, um kind of magic type stuff.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
anything that could help us.
at this point, there's not going to be too much that's going to surprise me.
I don't know. It could be worth looking into. And if nothing else, that'll let us know if this guy who told me about it is full of shit, or if, maybe he has other things that could help us.
All right. I'm down. Where are we meeting?
I think we should get a hold of Conrad and Kurt and Shivers. Maybe meet up at a pub or something and go from there.
All right. You figure it out and send me one of those messages dealies that you guys send on the phones.
Yeah, I'll send you a text.
All right. Good deal.
Before you hang up, you see something, Jerry.
I do.
Yeah. You're back by your van. You're standing next to it, just whatever. There's no real traffic. Like you said, it's an effing Tuesday. Frickin' Hurricane Katrina came through here just barely 3 months ago. No traffic. It's just a little way, 20, 30 paces that way to back to the crime scene. But across the street, looking at the crime scene, is a guy. He's dressed like an old pulp detective. Remember the Shadow? The
Mm-hmm.
Shadow knows. He don't look right. He looks wrong.
All right. I'm gonna put my hey, you still there, Ken?
Yeah, if you kept me on the line, I'm still here.
Yeah, I didn't hang up yet. Hey, there's a guy over there. He looks funny.
Funny how?
Um, not funny, haha. Definitely funny. Looks something off about him.
Have you tried to use your special senses? Like
Mm,
really focus hard to see?
Haven't really tried much of that. Most I can do is light a bat up.
Well, if you do focus and really try to see him, don't stare too long.
Okay.
It might give you away.
Focus, but don't stare.
I mean, sometimes a glance is enough.
All right. So, while I have Ken on the phone, I'm gonna kind of try and kind of side eye this guy.
Yeah, like what's behind him? Maybe you could be looking at that. Wink, wink. I say wink, wink.
All right. So I kind of glance, like I said, I side eye at what's behind him then.
You're looking at him and you're kind of opening up your senses. Something supernatural comes over you from your own person. It's not the way that Ken describes it. Nothing can describe this. You hear very differently than you've ever heard before. You hear the wind gently going by. You're looking at this guy or beyond him, past him, and you start hearing, this is what he's doing. He's moving to the side, to the side. This is what we do. I see everything. I see you. You hear this. You are aware that there's noises of a car pulling off, the cops talking, one of them calling over about something, but that's just regular. It's almost in the background, but focused on this guy, and nothing looks differently, but you hear something completely wrong about this thing. This is a thing. It's not a person. It's a thing dressed in the appearance of a person, and everything about it sounds wrong.
I'm going to
Your
take
ears
my
are also starting to get wet.
physically wet.
Yeah, there's
Is it
something
rain?
wrong, an itch in your right ear, kind of twitching a little.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm looking down my phone. I'm gonna try and take a picture of this guy.
Hey, where are you at, Jerry? Just in case.
Relay in the
The
location.
location, that's fine. About a block from the boardwalk on Ocean Ave.
Like I said, I'm gonna take a picture of this guy.
Okay. You snap a couple shots. You're 3 pictures in when you realize that the sound is on, so you turn the sound off and then take a couple more pictures, and the itch turned into a hard scratch, like you reach up and you start almost clawing at your ear. It really freaking hurts, dude. The whispers almost sound like they're getting closer. There's a lot of talking. You hear him all around you. He's still in front of you. And he starts kind of turning a little bit, looking in your direction.
All right, I'm gonna break my contact from looking at him. Ken did warn me about staring too long, so
Okay. And you will therefore turn off your hearing. It all seems to just go away. You're still itching, but whatever. Yeah. You glance back up and he's still there. He's looking at you, but he kind of looks away and starts walking towards where the police vehicles are, but off a little bit. There's a good open space where there was some wreckage that was cleared away, so it's a a, a fairly somewhat treacherous empty field that he's walking in now. Walking at night, you could wind up tripping over something. There are no street lights in the middle of this, but he's still in your sight.
I'm gonna still got Ken on the phone. I'm gonna be like, hey, I think all of you need to get down to my location. Can you get the others?
I can't drive. I don't have a car, but I'll get a hold of everybody and see if someone can pick me up.
All right, make it quick. Like quick.
Yeah.
Now. All right.
All right, bye. And when I hang up with him, I'll do a conference call with the other three.
Okay. Cool. So you guys will be down there momentarily. Anything you want to do right now while you're the main character, Jer?
Want to try and see if I can't maintain a distance, but I want to try and at least keep an eye on this guy as best I can.
Okay. Shivers, I know, doesn't drive. Kurt, Conrad, do you?
I do drive. I don't have a car, but I do
Yeah,
drive.
well, that's what I mean. Yeah. Obviously you drive. You're a freaking chauffeur. And you're a chauffeur plus. Kurt,
I
Conrad?
just drive very slowly.
Okay, Conrad, do you want to grab Ken and I'll grab Shivers and we'll meet at the location?
I take public
Oh, crap.
transportation.
Okay. I'll be
to
round
come
shortly. It
Okay.
may get a little cramped by the time we're all in the car, but it'll be fine.
All right. All right.
Well, I mean, I could if you're on the phone, I could take I could probably get a taxi from outside the hotel and just meet you there. Saves you having to come all the way to me.
Yeah, it's about 3 blocks away for you,
Oh.
if that.
Oh, I could walk then.
Okay. And you'll be coming from the opposite direction.
Mhm.
So cool. Jerry, the thing is kind of far away now. I know you're kind of walking slowly, but you'd have to pick up the pace to catch up with him. Otherwise, you're going to lose him.
All right, I'll try and move a little quicker.
Okay. He's kind of doubled back around and he's over opposite the police now.
Is this setting off any of the old cop?
Just tell me what you want.
I'm basically saying, is this setting off any of the old cop spider senses?
For you, no. Well, I don't know what you're asking. I don't know what the fuck you're asking. I just told you it's not a human being, whatever this thing is.
I know, but in watching where he's going,
You don't notice any pattern of destruction. No. So he's gonna turn. He's gonna stop and turn and shoulders. He's facing right towards you. Raise a hand.
This isn't where I park my car.
Dude, where is my car? But he gestures for you to come towards him.
I've got a conceal on me.
Yep.
I'm gonna make sure, just mentally keep that note. I'm gonna maintain a safe distance, but I'm gonna acknowledge the guy.
Okay.
And I'll walk toward him a little bit, but again, I want to maintain a little distance.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know, 30 feet. just enough to where I could talk to the guy at a distance, but you know what I mean?
30 feet is not talking.
Sure it
He
is.
beckons again.
I'll speak loud enough. I'll say, well, let me ask you, storyteller, what time of day is this now?
It's nighttime.
Nighttime? Beautiful evening, isn't it? No response, huh? Surely you speak. Hey, you didn't see anything weird going on over there with
Fuck
them?
you. Shivers, you come walking up. you
Okay.
see the lights. You're walking towards the lights. You see Shadow Man over here. And as you start getting closer, probably a little cautious because he doesn't quite seem entirely right to you either.
Yeah,
You see Pussy Plumber over here, about 30 feet
mhm.
away,
I can probably hear him if he's talking loud enough for
shouting.
this guy
Yeah,
to hear. Yeah.
yeah, that kind of, yeah.
Okay. Let me think. Yeah, I will spend a dot of conviction to activate my second sight.
Okay, so it's just a standard second sight, no discern, right?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
no, I don't have discern, but just tune
So,
into my senses.
so you turn on your second sight, as it were, and it's weird. Your skin starts to kind of ripple a little bit from all around you. Every single time the wind moves in every single part, it kind of tickles you in a weird sort of sensation. It's not funny per se, but you're just very sensitive to it. Every
Hmm.
single bit of shift of the wind around you, your clothes, you actually feel, you not just notice, but you genuinely, you're so terribly aware of your clothing on you, your hair. It's like if you take a couple of moments, you could probably count every single follicle on your head. It's the strangest thing. Your nose, you never noticed the shape of your nose before, but interesting. And then you kind of feel the dead. And when I say dead, I mean it in multiple homonym forms. It's dead.
Hmm.
It's not here. It's not moving. Not really. There's no life in it. There's no motion inside of it. It's
No
almost like
involuntary
it's not
ticks or anything like that.
there. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Which from in relation to where the dead is compared to Jerry, which I'm coming from this direction? I can see Jerry behind.
You're coming from here. The police are across the street over here. It's there in front of you, but off of the sidewalk. And Jerry's way over there. If you throw a rock and then walk up and pick up the rock and then throw it again, that's where Jerry is.
You can
Gotcha.
only throw 30 feet. You can't throw.
I
You're making fun of him. So you're the air almost starts to feel cold at this
Mhm.
point. It kind of feels like it's starting to bite a little bit, like stinging cold almost. Like you ever brush your hand the wrong way up a stinging nettle?
yes,
Yeah, that, but all over your skin. It's
I
you ever sit on a
will make.
plane for too long and you feel you got
Yeah,
some kind of a clot somewhere and you just it's hard to not move. That's
I
happening
will.
to you right now.
So first thing is I will do everything that I can, knowing my training as having to spend hours usually standing still, to not betray that anything is wrong.
Hmm.
Then while I do that, I will slip my phone out of my pocket and I will text to probably Ken, because I know Kurt's driving. Creature here, hurry.
Okay, you're doing that and your hands start shaking. The wind is actually freezing cold. It was not freezing cold. It hurts. It's almost like you're in a hurricane at this
Mhm.
point. It's your twitching is starting to become uncontrollable. The thing actually turns towards you. Yes. Shivering is chivering.
Yes, I
Shivering is
am.
shivering. So, um, yeah,
As it turns toward him,
it actually starts towards you,
Okay.
cocking its head a little.
now I'm going to take advantage of him diverting his attention. I'm going to activate my cleave, which looks like a glowing purple, um, looks like a giant monkey wrench, essentially.
One more thing. The cops are right behind the guy across the street.
Oh,
So, Chivers,
I will.
you're realizing that your second sight is
Mhm.
still on and it's really starting to affect you.
I will.
You're
I will shut it down. I will shut it
yeah,
down.
you're at the point where you're not even able to hold your phone anymore. You're about to drop it. So, yeah.
Could I? In fact, sorry, if I can suggest a roll. I'm guessing it would probably be stamina, and then I have etiquette of 4 with a specialization in service. So anything to do with being in service. So can I make a roll to try and hold it together? I've got a
Oh,
dice pool
once
of
you
8.
turn it off, it quickly, fairly quickly goes away.
Okay, sorry. I was going to say, rather than turn it off, could I make a roll to see if I can maintain
Absolutely.
my lovely?
Absolutely.
So that's a dice pool of 8, and my should explode on this as well. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. No, unfortunately, no explosions, but that is 4 successes.
Good. This is how many you'd have needed. Is
Whew.
this backwards to you guys?
It's upside down and backwards.
Upside down and backwards? No. I will make it easier for all of us and mirror. Yeah, I was trying to show you. You'd need at least 3 successes. That's not upside
Okay.
down for you, is it?
No, it's not.
Then
No,
I'd have to
no,
be
no.
upside down.
I
Like we're
misread it
looking
first
in a
time.
spoon.
I thought it said 2, to be honest. It looked like an upside down 2. That's why, for some
Gotcha.
reason. But yeah, 4 successes.
Chris, are you
So that I
dizzy?
could.
Woo. Jerry, I already turned you around. Right, Derek? Yeah. Okay. So this is the way that we're supposed to look. So, okay, you're able to hold it together. You're good. So you still got it on, and you just, oh wow, this is bad. It's starting to feel painful.
If he's kind of approaching me, I will kind of divert my attention, keeping an eye on him. But obviously, I'm looking across the street at what the cops are up to. I
Mhm.
kind of like stop, a bit like a gorper, and just kind of like, sort of trying to, have a spot. What's happening?
He's within 10
Maybe.
feet. He says, "You are interested in the murder."
Well, yes, I was just passing, and it's a reminder of the stark reality of modern living, isn't it? And I'll slip my hip flask out of my pocket and just have a little nip for Dutch courage. And I'll offer it to him.
This is not the first. There is another prospect.
Another prospect. How interesting. Another murder, does that mean?
He keeps on staring at you.
I mean, do you know what happened here?
Have you ever felt sin, Shivers? Because it's not close enough to touch you, but
Mhm.
your skin feels like it's peeling off at this point. And you can feel that this thing is every sin imaginable, but not its own.
Oh. Sorry, my screen keeps dimming for some reason. I don't know why.
Did you hear me though?
I did, yeah.
It is every sin, but not
Mhm.
its own. It starts walking away.
Past me, or does it cross the road?
Somewhat away from the police, but still staying
Okay.
in between you two. And it starts walking, and it gets far enough and it's gone. Unnaturally so. You should turn off your hunter
Yeah,
sense now.
I will do. Yeah.
So the other guys all show up.
Walk up to Shivers. I'm like, what the hell was that thing?
Well, first off, it was dead,
Yeah.
and it just above table. Just to clarify, it said it's every sin except its own, or that's what I felt.
That's what you felt.
That's what I felt.
It only said one thing. This
There
is
was
not
another
the
prospect.
first. There
Yeah.
is another prospect. And it was interesting the way it said prospect.
Mm. So I will relate this to everybody when they arrive, and kind of take off my hat and like, I need a moment to compose myself.
Prospect for what? Is it like prospects usually involve some form of initiation, at least within the between gang lives and motorcycle clubs, things like that. They have prospects. So I'm wondering if there's some kind of initiation going on.
What
Can I
what
get, as I was close enough to him, can I get a bit more of a description of what this guy looks like?
Excuse me, you know what the shadow looks like?
Oh, yeah.
Warren Beatty.
No, that was Dick Tracy.
That was Dick Tracy.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Oh no! Shit. Who played?
Wasn't
who
that
played
Alec Baldwin?
Oh,
Yeah,
Alec
Baldwin.
Baldwin.
Yeah,
well, they both
Okay.
came at the same time. So
true. Oh God! Look, where is it? What's going on?
Yeah, where's the thing, guys?
I'll indicate in the direction that it went. I'm sorry, it's gone. Just being near that thing was.
I get.
It,
I have
it took every level of etiquette and decorum and willpower to just remain in its presence. Without
What was it? It didn't attack you? It didn't do anything?
It
it,
shows Motorola picture.
it spoke to me. It said, "This isn't the only one. There is another prospect." As I say, that was the only thing it said. But
Prospect.
So what prospect was here if there was another one?
Well, we were looking at the crime scene at the time.
What crime scene?
I'll point towards where all the cops are with the body.
There's a body?
Oh, right. Okay.
I think we're missing some information here.
All right, guys, look, I got some photos of the crime scene. You guys, we got to keep this on the download, but here, let me show you what I got. And I showed them the photos.
Possibly we shouldn't. Sorry, gentlemen. Maybe we should continue this discussion in a slightly more private environment
Oh, that's a
rather
good
than
idea.
standing on the street.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I got my work van. We could all, there's room to sit in there, or we could all go back to somebody's house, or a bar's probably not a good idea at this point, but
So you think it might have been the vampire?
It was dead. I could say it. It betrayed none of the signs of life that we all do, consciously or subconsciously.
Did it have
Okay.
fangs?
No, I didn't. I didn't ask just to see anything like that. I just felt that and saw that this thing was a walking slab of dead flesh.
Mm.
More dead things. There's a definite theme appearing here.
Yes, yes. Where are we going to go? Sorry, first of all, before we carry on, where shall we repair to?
somebody's apartment or somebody's house. A bar's not an appropriate place right now to be discussing this openly.
Well, you could come to my hotel room if you wish.
Sure. That sounds good to me.
Hello, I'm just going upstairs with these four men.
Oh, they're
Nothing
probably
nefarious here.
Could you send the maid up with some fresh towels, please?
Oh, that's
I'm
really
sorry.
So do you tell them what the thing said?
I did, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so there's, I mean, it does lead down a certain path of thinking, doesn't it? Dead thing, body drained of blood.
I have a
This is not the
question
only
for the
one.
storyteller.
Perhaps I have an
The
answer.
the pictures that Jerry show us, do they look the same as what he described, or do they look different? I'm not sure if
Yeah.
supernatural things have a different appearance.
Yeah, they both look at the photo. They didn't say it looked any different.
Okay, so it kind of just looks like a person.
Yeah. Conrad.
Yes, sir.
Conrad?
Yes, I'm here.
There you go. You
Yep.
you rolled pretty well. You notice that what he said. This is not the first. There is another prospect.
Mhm.
Isn't there a First Avenue and a Prospect Avenue in Asbury Park?
I believe you're correct.
I usually am.
Ooh.
I will mention that to the group for them to chew on. I'm also interested in how both of you, Chivers and Jerry, reacted when you tried to look at him, like really look at him. I won't call it second sight because that's probably we probably don't even know that's what it's called yet. But I'll just say when you really tried to look at him for what he was, the reactions that your body went through as we're on our way to First and Prospect.
Yeah, it sounds like you were almost attacked or repelled, maybe?
I was certainly aware that I was in the presence of something repellent to life.
Right.
That
Well-
every fiber of my being told me that this thing should not exist.
But I'm wondering if Kurt
back.
looking at it would have the same effect.
Sorry, if you wonder if what?
If Kurt looked at it for what it truly was, if he would have the same effect. If it would affect him the same way.
I believe Mr. Watabe has gifts other than what's only I and I presume Jerry possesses.
No, I meant Kurt. Kurt. Not
Yeah, I can discern
Sorry.
instead of use second sight.
It's the two
Yeah.
Ks in your names. That's what it is. I was getting
I
confused.
know.
Of course,
It
yes.
screws me up. It screws me up too. Yeah, I
but
mean,
yeah.
I also have discern, but I'm looking for a way to trigger it. Like that's why I haven't used it yet. So
Gotcha.
maybe this encounter will be the first time I actually, try to forego the second sight and look at him to see if I can see what he truly is, or at least closer to what he
Well, I mean,
looks like.
You'd best ask Mr. Mitchell about that. He may be able to coach you on how to achieve that.
Yeah, I mean it's quite similar to how the rest of you guys have been seeing things. It's just a more sustained effort that you have to make.
Mhm.
Uh,
While you're talking about that, then Mr. Gaines, you've mentioned then the thing about prospecting first?
Yes.
Okay. What's there? What buildings are there? What
Well,
kind of area of the city is it?
Prospect and First Avenue don't actually intersect, but they come very
Mm,
close. There's a block, a city block, a residential city block around the area that is in between where the two streets would meet. So
okay. So
Mr.
so what are my
Anderson,
coordinates?
Mr. Anderson, has there been an identification made on the body that was found?
That's one thing I didn't ask him yet.
Possibly you should find out, and possibly find out where they lived.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and text my my contact there. I'm just gonna ask him if, hey, do you guys were you able to identify the body?
By the way, whatever drinks I know that you would normally have are suddenly beside you with a
oh my
coaster.
God. So Jerry, what were you doing? Are you talking to me?
I'm texting the cop friend that I got the number from.
You don't
I'm
want to write
texting.
down his name anywhere?
Huh?
I got to keep on scrolling up and down on my notes to see what the guy's name is. You're not going to write his name down?
O'Halloran. Remember that.
Yeah. Detective Marcus O'Halloran. So, what do you call it? Anyway, you, blah, 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 blah. What are you asking him?
I'm asking him if they were able to identify the body, who it belonged to, and where they came from.
No idea yet. They didn't process him yet. They're waiting for the cart to get there to take him to the morgue. They'll identify him there.
All right, nothing yet, guys.
The body itself, the person who died, how old were they? From obviously, because I know he took some photos, but approximately how old did they
No,
look?
didn't take any photos. The
Oh.
body was covered. He has no
Oh.
information other than what I gave.
Oh, okay, so you didn't actually see the body. Okay. Damn it.
What
But
do you guys want to do?
We should go to
my thing-
Jimmy's Italian restaurant. It's near there.
Ah, look at this guy. My man, Google mapping. All right. You get to Jimmy's Italian. It's still open. If you guys wanted to grab a sub or a slice or something.
I could go for a bite to eat.
All right, I can eat.
I do.
Yeah, everything's
yeah,
fine in
I'll
there. You get some food.
I'll try some a local cuisine and ask for a knife and fork for my slice of pizza.
Cool.
Can we get a table near the front window so we can get a squiz on the street activity and stuff while we're here?
Mhm.
Sure. Yeah, you're good. Anything you guys want to do? This place does not seem very happening.
I
Yeah.
saw
Okay. So what kind of neighborhood is it?
It's Asbury Park.
Is it? Asbury Park. Okay.
I saw a couple churches on the way here, even right between that area. So, I mean, it looks like there's Dunlewy Street, Central Avenue, and Asbury Avenue, all right within that little area.
Okay.
Asbury Avenue's no joke. Bring guns.
Always do.
Okay.
It's not as bad as
Okay.
Washington Avenue, but So you guys finish eating. I'll help here. These two kids come in, and they're talking about what they saw. You're listening just close enough, and they seem to have seen a dead body.
Bingo.
Hey, I overheard you guys talking.
Yeah, his name is Plot Point 1, Plot Point 2.
Where did you guys see this body?
Oh, it was on the corner of Fuck Yourself Street. You need
Oh,
directions?
you know what? I know exactly where that is. It's right next to your Mom Avenue.
Punk ass bitch.
Hey, Jerry, that's not cool. I'm sure these guys are all right. Hey, Jimmy, get these guys something to eat, and I'll give them each $20. And I'll be like, come on, we just want to see a body too.
Ken's gonna be out $20.
40.
Like
You
this-
gave each 20. Pay attention.
This
So,
white dude's a creeper.
you give them the 20 or you just hold it up and show them?
I gave each of them 20. Like,
Yo, this real?
yeah.
Yo, you better not be pointing any counterfeit my way, motherfucker. Like, you creepy enough as it is.
No, I mean, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, right? You guys get
I'm
some
not
good
scratching
food?
your back, you creep ass perv. The hell?
What? No. I just want to see that body, man.
No, go look for yourself. It's down the block. Like, not even hidden. Damn, dude. Like, yo, screw that. Also, the one guy behind the counter is like, yeah, I'm Frank. Jimmy doesn't actually work during nights.
Oh.
I'm Jesus. There is no Jimmy. That's just the name on the sign, dude.
Your own personal Jesus.
Zeus.
Oh, oh,
Oh, dude, that's that. Okay.
We should get moving.
I think we should take
Yeah.
a stroll.
Mhm.
All right. You take the stroller with you, and is that like your weapons in the stroller?
I take my
The
I fold up my slice and bring it with me while I'm eating.
true Jersey New Yorker. So, one napkin in the back for the juice that goes down.
Yep.
Must be in the water, baby. So, y'all go walking down. Well, I just brought my Asbury back. You guys go walking down the block a little bit. Sure enough, it's not very far from that area at all. Off to the sides, it's not like buried in a hedgerow or anything. Just the dead body of a girl. You look around a little bit, and I mean, do you guys want to get personal, like really start checking her?
I have a dot in medicine. I can.
Being a former,
Former cop, yeah.
yeah, I should probably check for pulse, things like that, make sure she's dead.
Sure, you do that. Medicine check. She's dead.
Can I tell how long she's been dead with any kind of investigations?
You never even watched a single cop movie, have you? No, you can't tell how long she's dead.
Can I check the lividity of the body to see if there's if I know I can't do a full check to see if she's missing blood, but I can at least be able to see. I don't know if you need me to make a roll.
Yeah, you're looking at her hard, and you could tell that she used to be black. It's hard to tell, but yeah. So with the foreknowledge that you already have, how her skin seems to sag, but she's not heavy at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's probably
no,
just
no,
like what the other body would have looked like. Yeah,
okay,
it
no
looks
rigor
like it's
mortis or
probably
anything.
devoid of
Yeah.
blood.
Okay.
Her purse is there. You look around a little bit more and you see a white bag not too far away. It's okay, you fucking lazy
I'll have a look.
bitches.
No, I'll have a look. I'll check the contents of the bag.
Yeah, there's a there's a bag for the Chinese Gourmet. It's a restaurant on Main Street. Inside of her bag, you find her driver's license, identifies her as Nia Williams. Her address is 610 Sewell Avenue, number 604 in Monroe Towers. And you also find her apartment key.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Right.
Is there anything else in the alleyway, like the guy they described near our location or anything? Any other any other onlookers or witnesses that might have seen us go down the alleyway before rummaging with a dead body?
That you can't tell. And it is
Mm.
dark, but you don't see anybody looking out of any lit windows, or you don't see anybody
Spectators,
walking
that's what I meant.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, no spectators, nothing like that you can tell.
Well, we don't want to get ourselves into trouble with the police. We should probably notify them that this poor young lady is here.
Oh, there's also so the Chinese food, believe it or not, is actually a little bit warm. And rummaging around a little bit more in her purse, there's actually an uncashed paycheck dated today from Chinese Gourmet.
Okay.
Maybe she was delivering the food, unless, or she works there if it's from there. He said.
Yeah, she took some takeout home with her.
Yeah.
Where is that place? Is either of these places anywhere near First and Prospect? Her address?
Yeah,
or
Main Street is very close.
Okay. And what about the Chinese?
Distance easy.
Okay.
So you guys are going to go there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we need to investigate this before whatever trail there is grows cold.
But again, probably best that Mr. Anderson does it because he has connections with the police force, but notify them that there is a body here. We shouldn't just leave her like this.
Okay. Yeah, I will not be sticking around as a former felon. I ain't gonna be nowhere near dead bodies, son.
This is a situation.
Unless I make them.
Probably best with a straight 911 call. Anything beyond a direct call to emergency services is going to look fishy. So
solid.
So yeah, I'll call 911.
Okay.
So are we going to the Chinese place, or are we going to where her home address was, where she was headed?
It seems to be that she was lost at the Chinese place. So maybe if we
start. That's probably closer. Yeah.
Let's backtrack.
Okay. So you guys go to the Chinese restaurant. The manager on shift, his name is Paul Chow, middle-aged.
Table for 5, please.
You guys just ate. You still smell Italian. Like,
I mean, I could eat.
You are a big boy.
That's true. Good point.
All right, so you sit down. Yeah, they bring you over. I don't know, whatever the fuck you want. Okay.
Sweet and sour chicken.
Are you seriously gonna do this? Yeah, and Shivers is gonna make sure that all of your plastic utensils and soy sauces are perfectly straight. You're boring the hell out of me, which means you're boring the hell out of my audience.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you see anything of interest on the way here? The path she probably walked.
No, but it's a fairly straight shot to the restaurant. That's solid. And anybody who, I would imagine enough of you guys are familiar enough, Monroe Towers, where she lives, is also a straight shot. So she was going from one to the other more likely than not. And yeah, with the warm bag of Chinese, I mean, unless she was returning it.
Would that be down Monroe Street then, or?
Where is, just look up Monroe Towers. can't remember.
Sure.
I gave you the address, didn't I?
On
It's Monroe
Sewell
with a
Avenue.
U. Mun.
Oh, wow. It's all the way on the other side of town.
Yeah. What is that?
Okay, yeah. So
Could have sworn. Oh yeah, Sewell Avenue. Gave you guys the address. That's cool.
okay, yeah. If it seems like there's nothing of interest here, let's just keep walking.
Okay. Where do you guys want to go?
Walk the earth like Kane in Kung Fu.
Just walk against the wind and everything.
Lord of
Walk
the
against
Rings.
the wind that somebody else passes.
It smells like Chinese food.
Any other restaurants we can try? No.
Oh.
Dying here.
We're doing a pub crawl during a murder mystery. Nice.
Well, unlike those of you that take the Heel Toe Express, I have a vehicle that I like to take. Does anybody just want to ride with me wherever we have to go?
Yo, man, this van smells like poop.
Well, it's a plumber's vehicle. And lately I've been having to do repair jobs other than construction.
Yes, let's take your truck and get to the next location.
Sure.
Yes.
That would be that would save some time.
And it only stinks in here because I'm the shit.
I mean, Monroe Towers is near El Rey Restaurante.
Pretty sure
No
you're
more
a turd
restaurants.
burger.
Is that El Rey? Is that no? Don't worry. Okay, let's so Monroe Towers. How big is that? Is it? I'll take it. It's an apartment block.
Oh, it's huge. It's
Yeah,
big.
it is an entire block.
Oh, okay. So we're talking like Cabrini Green, sort of massive tower
I don't
block
know
like
what
that.
that is.
Candyman.
Sure.
So like the big tower blocks. Yes. Okay. What floor or what number did she live at?
A number.
Looks like there's
Okay.
15 floors.
Yeah, it was 6-something. 624. I don't feel like scrolling back up. All the way back up.
Is it one of those places that has an intercom, or are we able to just walk straight into the building?
Yeah, you could buzz yourselves in.
Okay.
I'm going to assume you guys are buzzing yourselves in. You go up and a security guard comes walking up. He kind of looks in. He says, "What?" The main door is not opening for you. And he goes, "What?"
We're here for the house party.
There's no house party for you guys.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh, I didn't think this through.
Is he what company does he work for?
He works for the building. It's just a standard
Okay.
security uniform. Good question.
Yeah, we're here for the party. We brought the Chinese.
You are the
But
champ.
I'll does anybody have good charisma? Or
I do.
just tell him we're here to see Nia Williams. And then tell him the apartment number.
Yeah, we're here to see Nia.
See, we were going to buzz it, but we forgot what we forgot the apartment number, but we're here to share from Mia.
Yeah, I forget which one. It's on the 6th floor.
Yeah. You want me to buzz up to her? You don't know her
Please?
number? You could buzz her on the intercom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like give him like part of the number, so it's like 6 something, but I forget what the full number is.
26.
Cool. So he goes, he buzzes, comes back. There's no answer.
Well, ask him the last time he's seen her.
Sorry,
you
guys.
sure?
I don't know if I can help you guys out. Somebody just make me a roll. I'm clearly making a wrong game for you guys.
Uh,
So just
what kind of
we're
roll do you
changing
want?
the shape of the game. Make me a roll so you can get in. I don't care what kind of a roll. Make up a roll.
Sure.
Charisma sounds good. Persuasion.
All right, I have 3 successes on charisma.
That works. Okay.
Expression.
He says, "Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, you're her cousin. Oh yeah, you guys all look just like her. Yeah, go upstairs. Go ahead." So it buzzes you in. You guys take the elevator. 624. All that stuff that was in her information. You probably took her key so she could get to. Awesome. Cool. Okay. So you let yourselves in. Cool. Start looking around. So everybody make me a perception check. You're gonna do a investigation. I
Perception,
guess.
investigation. Okay,
Yep. All that good stuff.
6s. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You got 2 successes.
You guys find a cheap memory games book on her desk in her bedroom. The nightstand next to her bed. You also find a couple of different pills. Donepezil, which is used for Alzheimer's and memory issues. Zolpidem, which is a sleep aid. More than half of those pills are missing. And a bunch of painkillers, but these are just generic over-the-counter. You find a diary. You also find, yeah, the place is kind of messy and da-da-da-da-da. But
Well, I'll take a look at the diary.
Yeah, in the
See if there's
diary, the
anything.
very first page says, Dr. Mendez said writing will help me keep track of things. You start looking through everything. There's a couple little passages in there. I woke up in the restaurant today. I don't remember getting there. My boss is watching me. He thinks I'm on something. I swear I'm not. Another one, I feel exhausted, like something is feeding off of me in my sleep.
Oh.
The last entry dated the night she died. So dated today. The dreams are worse. My neighbors were in them, just staring. When I woke up, they were standing outside my door.
Can I do a intelligence intuition roll?
For what?
I'm hearing this about how it seems like she has time missing, maybe some memory issues. And I remember the document that Kurt sent that said something about like no vampire mind tricks or something like that.
Oh,
And
you
so I
remember that?
want to,
No problem.
yeah, so I kind of think that, and I'm like, guys, blood loss. There was something in your document about like vampire memory tricks or something. Do you think it could be something like that?
It does sort of sound like that. Yeah. Does the diary mention which neighbors she's talking about, or just the neighbors? Just the. Okay. Oh, right. So I'll take a step out into the hallway. Is it this apartment? Is it at the end of a hallway, or is it in the middle? To got apartments on either side, or is it
It's kind of in the
quite
middle.
isolated? Kind of in the middle. That's just make it extra awkward. Okay.
I'll follow Kurt out. From the outside, with the apartments either side of it, is there one that sounds like I can hear noise coming from, just like normal sounds of like normal everyday life? I'm looking for something that might feel unnatural about the place. That might give us a clue as to where we need to be focusing our energies.
No, nothing particularly, as you can tell right now. There's you notice a security camera. You go up and you check, and it's fake. Security camera in her apartment, facing the door. But yeah, it's fake. So that's weird.
What if this is some sort of situation where a vampire has been feeding on her regularly and it's affected her memory and she's lost time, and that's why she needed the painkillers and why she's been taking the medication, because she thought it was something else but she didn't know what was going on.
I think I agree with Ken here.
I go over Are there windows in this apartment?
Yeah, every room has a
I'll go
window
over.
except the kitchen.
I'll go into her bedroom, over to the window in the bedroom, and just kind of peek out, see what can I see? Is to the street level, or is there another apartment building across the street from it? Like,
No. The apartment is the size of the block, like I'd said. You look out and you have to look across the street to see another apartment, and none of the apartments are as big as this place. This place is huge.
Okay.
Okay,
Is
I
there?
might be reaching, but I realized that security camera was fake, but it makes me wonder if there might be another camera actually in the house somewhere. I'm gonna have a look and see if I can see anything like a nanny cam, some suspicious teddy bears, anything
Yeah,
that.
make a roll.
Okay, again, perception investigation.
Do it.
Yep.
and I'll go look in her closet in her bedroom also for a similar thing. Like, if there is there wiring in her bedroom, or
Three?
in the closet rather.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're positive there's nothing in the entire house. Like you
Okay.
sit there for about a good half hour, 45 minutes investigating everything you can, and you're positive there is no camera in her house.
Worth a try.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, you go and you take a look at the diary again, and it says just install the fake camera, um, just for show. Can't afford a real one, but maybe it'll scare off somebody in case.
Okay, so she was worried about intruders for quite a while. How far back does this diary go?
Excellent question. Looks like it's about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Yeah, almost
Okay,
two and
so
a half
quite
weeks now.
a press timeline.
Can I go
And
through
what
the
was what was
trash? See if maybe there's any receipts from like the doctor's visits or anything like that.
Yeah. You mostly the main thing you find is that she's been eating Chinese food from her old job, from her
Mm.
job a lot. There's a lot of empty bags, empty whatever. She's usually pretty good at taking out the trash, but saying there's still 2 bags in here, so you don't know if that means that she's been eating this all day but you don't see much else. Even in her refrigerator, it doesn't look like she has a whole lot of food. It's actually more condiments than anything else.
Does she have a landline in the apartment? And if so, is there anything like
There
a
is no
pad or
landline.
anything? Okay. So wondering if there might be something with some numbers written down on it or something like phone numbers.
Mm, nope, just whatever was in her cell phone.
Which we didn't take because, at least I don't think we did.
You're lucky I let you take the key, dude.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay, because I'm getting a little desperate here. I'm not sure if this is how the power works, but I'm going to try discern here. See if I can spot anything using
Absolutely.
discern.
So you turn it on and you're looking all over the place. And by the grate, the ventilation grate, there's something wrong there. And you go up closer and you start looking, and there's some traces of blood there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Conrad, which one of you guys used actually, Ken, you used your sight and you were able to see things before, right? Or no?
So I just have the second sight.
Have you
other than-
ever used your sight before?
I think I've used my second sight
Chris,
once.
have you?
No, not yet.
That's what I thought. You go and you start checking out as he's pointing out, Kurt's pointing these things out, and you smell something and you instinctually turn on your second sight, but it's wafts of smell. You're aware of the fact that you didn't take a shower this morning. You took it last night. You woke up this morning. You're out by the docks all the time. You take a shower at night. Saying before you get into bed, right? You're a hard worker. but you still smell some traces of the sea on you, where apparently you didn't quite wash as well as you thought you did. You smell the little bit of sweat that you get on you from being under the covers. When you're sleeping, you smell your bed, the sheets. You're very aware of your clothes. The oils on your skin, you're very aware of the smell of all of these things. And specifically on the grate, you smell the metal there. You smell the cocoa butter that Nia uses all throughout. You smell the medicines, but on the grate itself, you smell blood. And it's not a lot of blood. It's quite literally traces of blood, but it's more than one person's blood. As you get closer and you start looking, you start seeing that there's some black material on the vent. And it mostly smells metallic. Again, there's a lot of metallic smell. It's not just the blood. It's more than that. There's actually some nastiness on there. You can't help but to get closer and smell it, and you kind of rub your fingers on it. Again, it's not a lot of blood at all. It's so minuscule. You're wondering, would a police, investigation really turn it up? Maybe, but it's a lot more than one person's blood on there, and some weird black stuff. Jerry, as you get closer, you've seen that before. It looks like when people are soldering metal and things like that. Suddenly you have a brain fart and you realize that your bud Russ in the beginning said that he had a job for you in, oh wait, yeah, that's right. It was Monroe Towers where you guys are now. So you're getting all of this, and you've suddenly, hopefully you guys can actually put something together now that you're finally paying attention to clues. All this hard effing work that I put a whole week trying to make a freaking murder mystery thing. You guys just like, oh,
no,
okay,
I'm gonna
cool.
I'm gonna grab one of her pillowcases and see if I can remove the grate. Like,
Okay.
is it?
The smell as you're walking through the room is completely overwhelming. Your eyes are watering at this point. You can barely see. Your hands are up against the wall as you're walking. I'm suggesting that you turn it off unless you really want to keep it on. Gotcha.
No, I'll turn it off because you already made me notice that there's something in the grate.
Either that or I will offer to assist Mr. Gaines. If he wants to keep his thing going, you tell me what you want me to do and I'll go and do it.
Jerry,
That's up to you. Do you want to keep your second sight on?
Can I use this as a trigger for my discern? Because I have that edge, but I didn't give a reason to use it.
You want to spend points on getting discern?
No, I already have it. I just I don't have it. It wasn't triggered yet.
Oh yeah, no, your second sight was triggered. Yeah, that happens with hunters sometimes.
Yeah. I'm saying I already have the edge discern also along with cleave, but I haven't used it yet. So I wanted to see if that does anything different. If it causes the same kind of reaction, or is it you want to like a deeper
trigger your discern?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Jesus, you turn on your discern, and it's a regular, just like who is it? Ken? Oh no, Kurt. Just like how Kurt had been using his. It's with your eyes. You see everything around you. You can see. You know that if you turned off the lights, you could see in the dark if you needed to. You see the grate. You see exactly what I described to Kurt.
Jerry, do you let us in on that information about the phone call you had this morning?
I'll say he does now.
Yeah.
So where in the building, you said you had some work here in Montrose Tower. Where? What were you coming here to do?
Water boiler.
Yeah, he wanted me to take a look at repairing this boiler or replacing it.
Light bulb.
One of the two boilers.
Okay, so that might be a place
in the boiler room.
So the boiler room would be connected to the air vents. Let's go and check the boiler room.
Light the bulb.
I will know where to place my clues for which character to see from now on. So you guys start going. You're done in this apartment. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure.
Yeah, so
I think
there's nothing in the vent, just those traces of blood and the little solder crab.
Yeah.
We should just wipe down a few surfaces. As we go.
Chris, I will say that you. Sorry. I will say that you also notice, actually, both of you, since you both turn on your discern, you notice a little bit away from the vent. There's something not right. Very small. You pick it up and is this a chitin carapace? Looks like something shed, something insectoid. It's the strangest effing thing.
take it with us.
Yeah, put it in a pocket for
Yeah.
later examination.
All right. So you guys start.
Don't worry, the place is dusted down. It's good.
No finger. I believe there are 0 fingerprint, not even Nyan.
He made the bed. He went and made the bed before we left.
I was going to say, it hasn't looked this tidy in months.
That's a guarantee. Promise. and strangely enough, I don't know where you kept it, but there's a mint on the pillow. With your turn down service.
One wafer thin mint.
Mint. Oh no.
So you guys walk out and turning around, and who's closing the door?
I'll probably be the last one out. I'll close the door.
Okay. You get a tap on your shoulder, and it's the other guys, and they're pointing out that all the neighbors are in the hallway. You are positive it is all of the freaking neighbors.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
And they're just kind of staring at you.
What does our discern show us they look like?
They look like there are tendrils, fingers, and claws in their heads.
Oh, this is messed up. This is messed up. Excuse me. Right.
Puppet
No,
master.
screw this. Burden. I am burdening them. I am going.
You can burden all of them?
I can, if I can see all of them, then yes. But it's obviously your call whether I can see all of them in one glance, as it were.
Oh no, you can only do it in one direction.
All right, I'll pick a direction and then do that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to gamble a point of conviction on it.
I already know what Shivers is going to do. Ward in the other direction.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'll.
Fantastic.
And it's like I was going to say actually for Chivers, I think it's going to be like it's like a big silver kite shield that comes up, that kind of surrounds.
Nice.
I got 3 successes, so get my conviction back, and they are transfixed for 3 turns.
So
as long as you're focused.
Yeah, I have to keep looking. Yeah, I have to keep looking. Yeah,
that's fine. Which is creepy because they're looking at you with dead stares, like they just got out of Central Park with a lobotomy.
Weirdest stare down ever.
I take it, Kurt, you are burdening them in the direction of the stairs, so at least we can get to those.
Yes, let's say that.
Stairs or elevator, your choice, boys. You want stairs or elevator?
Okay, and I will gamble a point of conviction on it as well for an extra dice.
DM, you have to tell us when we've made an exceptional success, because that's when we gain a conviction point.
You do anyway, I think. When I was reading it up earlier, if you succeed in your conviction roll that you gambled, you retain your conviction and get another one. It's only exceptional circumstances that you might get more than one.
Oh, right. I must have misread.
But I got 3 successes.
So 9 feet.
You guys are good. You're able to make it to the stairwell.
And then you said these people seem to have tentacles coming out of them. Does it, talking to Conrad and Kurt, did you guys tell us that, or you're just like, whoa?
Yeah, I'll share that and be like, yeah, there's something going on here, guys.
So I would ask you then, do you think these people are like possessed, or do you think they're actually monsters?
I'm getting Puppet Master vibe. They're being
Like he said.
controlled.
Okay.
So civilians, but they're under the influence.
Which way Mr. Anderson, did you find out or do you know where the boiler room is? Had you found that information out yet or not?
In the basement.
In the basement. Okay, that's where we're going then.
All right,
What I figured.
you guys start walking down the stairwell. As you're walking down, it's kind of weird. You see crayon and sometimes pencil marks in the form of hunter sigils.
You.
What did they say?
So there's a couple of them. He isn't like the others. Fire doesn't kill him. He doesn't drink like they do.
Ooh.
You see these as you're walking down, and what's so interesting is that while you guys are capable of making sigils also, you can do one word. This is a sentence or a phrase in a single sigil.
Mm.
You can read them. All of you can read them, but Ken, you alone are completely perplexed by this and fascinated.
I'm going to go ahead and use my foresee, not to do anything in particular with it at the moment, but just so I have it prepared for later.
Done. So you start getting down, and you get down to the sub basement. There are 2 basements. You get down to the lowest basement where the boilers would be, and you start walking down the hallway. You see another sigil. He watches before he feeds. You start going up, and you see the big door to the boiler room. On the door is another sigil. Blood opens the door.
I'm going to use a foresight to see what happens if I go up and kind of cut a line across my palm and put blood on the door.
Sir, might I suggest that I take that responsibility?
So I'm not actually doing this.
He's-
I'm using
so
my
he's
ability
just-
to
Of
see
course
what
he is.
happens when I do
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
No worries. So you do that, and you go walking up to the door, and you cut your hand. You guys can see his right hand twitches a little bit as he's just standing there, not moving. He walks up, or you walk up, and you put your hand on the door. Nothing seems to happen. You push the door, and it opens easily enough. There's nothing happens and whatnot, but you are able to just turn the door handle, and it opens.
Okay. I kind of
How many foresights
so
did you
I got
get, by the
3
way?
foresights. So I guess
Okay,
the
so that's
first
one of
one would
them.
be whether the blood did, or if I could just open the door, because it's kind of that this or that sort of thing.
Like I said, you just
Yeah.
used one with the information I gave you.
Okay. I guess so. With that, I get the impression that with blood, I can open the door.
Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Are there?
Are you going to
Did
tell?
we pass any?
Sorry, carry on.
Did we happen to pass any fire extinguishers on the way down here? By any chance?
Yes.
Okay, I go back up and
Yeah, you can take one.
and grab one. Okay.
Okay.
Are you going to tell us what you've just experienced, Ken?
Yeah, I'll tell you my interpretation. I said, I had a vision that with blood on my palm, I was able to open the door. It just pushed right open.
Very well. Then may I suggest that I take that action, as I do appear to recover somewhat more rapidly from injury than the rest
Of
of you.
course.
Are we all prepared, gentlemen? And I'll take off my my Panama hat, fold it up, and put it in my pocket. And does anyone have a knife I can borrow?
I do have a small one.
Oh, that should be sufficient. I'll give.
Yeah, but he's asking if you have a knife.
I'm glad you came in. I'm glad you came in then, because the next thing I was going to say was, all right, I'll take my handkerchief and polish it. So thank you for specifying that it was a knife that we're talking about.
So you cut your hand, you put it on the door, you open the door. Okay. There is a what do you call it? As you go walking in, you find a dead body. It is completely drained. He's wearing some kind of work overalls. They're denim, but really dusty. You see a toolbox sitting there.
Someone's apprentice, I imagine.
The last man on the job.
Mm-hmm.
This is somebody
Any
I
lights? Any lights in this basement, or a flashlight in a toolbox?
Do I
Both.
recognize him? Is it the guy I talked to in the beginning?
No, he has his ID badge clipped to him. It says Luis Ortega, apprentice, Fairview Plumbing.
As the
That's the same place that Russ worked for.
As the toolbox is open, I'll pick up, I don't know, a kind of like a heavy duty screwdriver or something, because I don't have any weapons with me. So just in case.
Okay.
There's probably
Good. And mind you, these are plumber's tools. So pipe wrenches, galore, pipes, in and of themselves. Lots of good stuff. Screwdrivers, yeah.
Pipe wrench will probably be better, though. It's
like
I
a
think that's
can of
more in his
WD-40?
style, yeah.
There's a can of WD-40. There's some duct tape.
Sure.
Absolutely. You can take the duct tape. You can open up. You can cast. What's that thing you Avengers have? Thanks for your help. That
I
thing.
don't
You
know.
can actually use duct tape. Okay. So anyway,
Oh, Cleve.
yeah, you find his phone in his pocket. Yes, Cleve. Thank you. Flip it open. It's broken. Can't use it. Yeah.
Bill, this might be a silly question, but is there any actual water in this basement at all, or does it seem oddly bone dry?
What do you mean, like spillage?
Or just any water anywhere? Because I'm trying to play around the idea of, since fire doesn't work, maybe they purposely didn't want water to be in his area either.
Oh, I see. No, you don't notice any. He's got a bottle of water, if that's what you want, half drank.
But nothing around the boiler.
But there are two like on the floor.
Yeah, like
or?
anything that would, okay.
No, you don't see anything like that. So these are actual boilers that cause heat in the building. There's two of them, and they're industrial size. They're huge. One of them is clearly not working. The one that Lewis is next to. The other one is functioning. There are more pipes down here. It's a pretty long area. The boilers just happen to be right here. There are furnaces down a lot further.
So the one that's not
yeah.
working, can I give it a once over? I'm looking for anything like fingerprints or anything that might be odd about the actual boiler itself.
Not about the boiler itself. There is a bloody handprint that kind of streaks down. It doesn't take much to realize that it's Lewis's.
Can I look for something? I want to look for any dead bugs. Like, This guy was down here. Maybe he stepped on something. I know we found like a shell or something in the other room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not everywhere, but there's several areas where, including one under his boot, translucent black husks, like something hatched and left them behind. Every so often, you'll find one that, through your discern, which is still on somebody's discern, excuse me, the tiniest little flecks of very dried human blood.
Obviously,
Chris, Conrad, you're the one who mostly notices that they're human blood because of your sense of smell.
I'll share that with the group so they can digest. So
blood?
maybe this,
Cool.
yeah. So maybe this creature turns it basically into bugs, and that's how it's able. That's why it didn't seem natural, like a humanoid. That's actually just like a bunch of, like Prince of Darkness, right? Is a bunch of like Alice Cooper in Prince of Darkness, John Carpenter movie. He's just made up of a bunch of bugs that looks like a human. Which good for you if that's what the case is, but that would explain why it's probably passes through the vents like that, just as a bunch of bugs.
Which is why I'm thinking that maybe this boiler that's knackered might be its nest.
I was wondering the same thing myself. So obviously we've got quite a large space because you said these are massive boilers. Taking the parameters of the space, is it one of those basements where you've got windows in it, or is it a completely enclosed space?
You are
down.
Second sub basement below. There are no windows.
Mr.
Yeah, and it's long. And Jerry, by your best estimation, this probably goes around and all the way to the other side also. These are probably not the only two boilers, because 2 boilers for this entire area would just be ridiculous. So here's the 2 boilers just for these floors straight up. Down further, there's probably more, and all the way around. This is a city block worth of apartments.
Right.
In which case then, Mr. Anderson, how good are you at repairing boilers? I think maybe we should find out what happens if we get this one fired up again.
It's older technology, but I mean, it's plumbing. It's all based on...
Well, there's some tools here. Maybe you should have a go.
I heard he's great at laying pipe.
I am.
I'm not sure how that's going to help us right now.
Good.
It's good to know, I'm sure.
He's a turd herder.
I am good with my tools.
I'm not sure that drilling for chocolate is required at the moment. Maybe we should.
Is there?
He's got a ship called the SS Brown Eye.
Is there a? I don't know enough about boilers, but is there, Jerry? Is there a way to seal off possibly the other 3 boilers before we get to work on the broken one?
There's always a way. These things are loaded with valves. We could shut it down easily.
I don't think we want to shut it down. I think we want to keep them all running so that when we start this one up, it's got nowhere else to go to.
Gotcha.
That was my concern, though. That
So that's why, we just want to isolate this one from the rest of the circuit, keep the other ones running, but then repair this one.
But the sign did say fire doesn't hurt it, so I'm not sure this is going to have the effect desiring. I see what you're thinking, but I don't know. Maybe I'm second guessing too much, gentlemen.
Yeah, we don't even know what it is.
I'm getting very confused. At one point, I thought I understood what the assignment was, but these shells, none of this is adding up to anything that I've ever heard of.
I'm almost thinking that it wasn't a vampire that drained the blood, but these bugs. Maybe someone or something can control them, or maybe it's some sort of collective consciousness. I don't know. I saw a movie like that once.
Well, we've got to do something. So Let's try.
Let's at least try it. You know, Jerry, this is your department.
I'll get to work on the pipes. And as I'm doing it, I start humming to my.
You just want to shut it down?
Well, no, I want to leave the ones open that they suggested I keep open.
You just want to start trying to fix the
Yeah.
broken one? All right. You start investigating it, looking it over, trying to figure out where, right next to poor Lewis.
Spoilers,
And
old technology, they're basic. So it's too hard.
yeah, but you realize that this one actually has warped parts in it, and you realize that it actually does need to be fully replaced.
Right. When you say warped, does it look like they've been damaged? Does it look like it's warped from heat?
Warped.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, warped from not enough lubrication, from it just being old in general, the heat. Yeah.
Lead pipes, old lead pipes.
Well, there is still the rest of this basement to check out as well. We've only just found this one. You did say it goes around. Yeah, and there's more of this place
Yeah.
to have a look at.
Jerry, you hear something. You were the one that was hearing, yeah. You hear something strange, a buzzing.
The hell is that? Do you guys hear that?
What?
A buzzing like a bug.
I will activate my special
I
sight.
can't hear it.
Like a bee. Right? Storyteller?
Yeah, sounds like it. Something like that.
Yeah, I will spend a point of conviction for second sight to be aware of anything unnatural around me.
Yeah, it's your you have the feelings, right? Your skin, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to sense, and you're not feeling anything. Maybe something's around. Maybe something's down the hallway. Because this is weird.
I'll make my way down there very slowly. But
I'll follow him.
I'm gonna grab one of these longer tools, insert choke here, and I'm gonna go ahead and gambit light that fucker up.
Okay, what tool is it?
Any of the longer wrenches or something.
Okay.
You know, one of the longer plumber ones where you get some real torque on it.
Yeah,
you know.
That's fine. Okay. You light that guy up. What color does it light up?
Purple, man. Mace Windu.
All right. So you start walking down there. Everybody else, you guys are noticing this is what's happening.
It's not just purple, it's motherfucking purple. Mother purple.
It's a very, very distinct purple.
Motherfucker.
Okay. What do you guys do?
I'm from Chivers. I'm keeping my eyes peeled, looking all around because he seems distracted, whatever he's looking at or feeling or whatever. So I'm sort of trying to keep my eyes around to make sure that nothing sneaks up on him.
I'm assuming my ears leading me in the same direction as his eyes, right? And there's feelings and stuff. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going
you
with
tell that's where the
following
buzzing is. This is still kind of new to you, but you could tell that it's pretty far away, but nonetheless. And you're flicking on light, and there's already lights on, smaller lights, but you're flicking on more lights as you're walking down.
Plus, mother puts out a nice glow.
Conrad, are you doing anything?
I'm still looking. If my discern is still active, I'm looking around in the direction that we're heading, and then looking behind also. Looking at the pipes, see if the pipes are moving.
Got you.
If I'm hearing anything, if I smell anything.
Kurt?
Beg your pardon?
I'm asking you, what are you doing?
Oh, as I said, I'm following Chiv, keeping my eyes peeled. Obviously, I've got my discern going. Well, I think I've still got my discern going. And I'm just trying to make sure nothing's going to sneak up on him or surprise him while he's doing whatever he's doing.
And Ken?
I'm kind of in the middle of the pack, just following the leader sort of thing. I don't really know exactly what's going on, but I'm kind of keeping my eyes, ears open, listening,
Okay.
watching, just moving forward.
Okay. So Conrad, it sounds like you're in the back and you keep on looking behind you. At one point you look behind you when the boiler room door opens. And you're looking, you're like, oh shit, like you double take and you look back and you see a kid walk in.
It's not one of the two kids from the well, do I recognize the kid as being from the mirror house?
No, it doesn't look
Okay,
like any of
different.
the freaky little kids. He looks like he's a regular kid. And there's
Any
something.
tendrils or anything?
Oh yeah, you still have your discern on.
Hmm.
No, he's actually orange. He's a fiery orange, the same kind of color that you see when you look at your friends.
Baron Trump.
Interesting. He's probably the one that wrote the Hunter's Mark sigils. Then I'll kind of like motion to, hey, hold on a second, we have a visitor to the group, and I'll start working towards him.
I'll be like, what? There's a visitor here?
Like, it's okay. Hey, buddy, it's okay. You shouldn't. You probably shouldn't be down here. It's not safe.
You shouldn't be down here.
Did you leave the marks?
I did. And because I did,
What are?
he left his marks. His hands are gone.
Ooh.
This kid's probably no older than 11, 12 years old.
Dear Lord.
And you could tell that something ripped off his hands. There's stumps that apparently had bandages on them for a while, and now he just doesn't need them anymore, but they're scarred, and you've seen wounds like that before.
Jesus Christ, kid! What the
Would
hell?
would Shivers? Sorry, since we're reversed, would Shivers' regeneration work on him at this point, like to regrow his hands? Or
I
it
don't think
doesn't.
I can do. I don't think so. I will have
I
a
think
look,
that's how that power works.
but I don't think I can do that, unfortunately.
What
The kid
is
looks
he?
up. We should go. You're not ready for this.
All right,
I'll point in
I'll
the direction.
follow
I
him.
will. I'll point in the direction that we were going. Is that where we will find him?
Yeah, he's coming now. We have to go.
All right, go with better part of valor.
Mm-hmm.
Grab the kid.
What is he?
I asked him that already.
I think maybe
He's
that
busy.
again. Let's get this young lad somewhere safer, and then we can discuss that. Gentlemen, would you care to beat a tactical retreat? And I will bring up my ward again to cover our back while we're making our way out.
Okay, this seems like a sensible option at this point. We are walking right into the den with no real plan.
But we got an orange kid. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Well, again,
yeah,
I'll-
I know.
Only orange to people using discern. He's just a regular
Yeah.
old black kid who is missing his hands.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
we got the kid with no. I have no legs. I have no legs.
Again, I'll gamble a point of conviction on this as well. It's nice. It's nice. 3 again. Nice.
For what?
For my ward.
Oh, okay. Got you.
I'm assuming it had gone down from when we're upstairs. So, and I gambled a point of conviction on that. So,
You get that back.
yeah.
No,
Okay.
you cannot regrow lost appendages with rejuvenate.
Thank you.
So I just want to point out for next time, Shivers, double check to make sure, because I know for a fact that you can leave a ward behind that will act as an alarm system. Just double check later if you can leave behind an actual shield wall also and walk away from it. Okay.
I think I don't know because I think it moves with me because it's within. It's how far they can come from me. I'm the center of it,
So
and it's
yeah. So I
it's-
remember that. but I thought you were leaving it behind so that it can't follow you. But okay.
I
Anyway,
will
you
double
guys
check.
are able
I
to
will double
leave,
check.
and you're able to get up to the main floor and whatnot. And we'll end this session now at just after the 2-hour mark, and we'll see what happens next week. All you
Okay.
bystanders, you cowards, refuse to answer the call. Maybe you're smarter than you are brave. Maybe it was a good thing. I mean, you see it, but